First of all, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. My condolences and prayers to his family, his friends, his loved ones. The senseless violence that continues to plague our country, I want to say it has to stop, but is it really going to stop? Probably not. The media lies, the media tries to cover and hide things. You know, they silence people, they don't allow people to speak their minds. And whether you like the guy, whether you hate the guy, whether you're indifferent to Charlie Kirk, nobody deserves to die because of their beliefs. Their religious, whether it's religious beliefs, political beliefs, their standings when it comes to different places. Man, it's not like nobody deserves to have that happen to them. I mean, like it's messed up. It's messed up the way things are set up in this country, and it's like I've said before. America is a godless country. America is an immoral, godless country, and this is one of the reasons why you can't talk politics to people, man, because and this is another reason, like, America's going downhill. People get their feelings hurt and immediately want to go to guns and violence and everything like that. It's messed up. It's corrupt. I mean, what happened to the amendments? First Amendment, freedom of speech. That's what the guy was doing. He was speaking his mind, right? He was speaking his mind at the rally in Utah. Next thing you know, he got shot. That's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why I tell you, you have to be vigilant when it comes to those people you're talking to. Whether you're talking to some random stranger or your friends, man, you never know. You never know what kind of a loose cannon or a crash out that person can be that you're talking to. So you got to watch what you're saying. Whether it's in public on a platform like YouTube or other anything else, Rumble, whatever the case may be. You can't. um, the government has made it impossible for people with a voice to actually get their message across because they get silenced. I mean, how many people have tried to get something across, but it's been silenced, it's been banned? Like, whenever you try to say something, right? Whenever you try to say something or want to speak your mind, whether you think it's right or whether other people think it's wrong, they want to silence you if it's anything against the administration or if it's anything against the government entities themselves. They just want to keep it silent. They don't want to say anything. And this is another reason, man. I keep saying it in my videos. Like, America's done. I'm telling you, America is done. This country continues to destroy itself from the inside, and that's what they want. Like, that's really what they want. They want division. They want us to be divided. They want us to turn against each other. They want us to point fingers at one another so that the fingers are not pointed at themselves, right? And so this is one of the reasons why you have to open your mind. You have to wake up. You can't be drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid anymore. And you have to see the writing on the wall. Things are happening in this world that are changing. Not even in just in this country, but in this world. Things are changing constantly. And I've said in my previous videos, change is the only constant in this world. You know, and it is really a shame that a situation like this had to happen to Charlie Kirk. I mean, whether, like I said, whether you like the guy, whether you hate the guy or indifferent, man, nobody deserves to have something happen like that. It's an unfortunate incident, honestly, and it sucks. It sucks for his wife, his two kids, his family, all the people that supported him. You know, whether you agreed with him or not, nobody deserves for that to happen. And again, it's just another reason to leave this country, because on top of the increasing prices of food, groceries, just livability, you got violence, man. You got anybody can buy a gun. Anybody. That's why, man. You gotta stay prepared. You have to be able to defend yourself. There's no there's no if hands or buts about it. You got to be able to defend yourself. You know, you never know what kind of people you're dealing with in this country. I mean, there's another they're trying to divide us. Like that's what we all have to understand. We all have to come together and realize the things that are happening. They're trying to divide us. They're trying to make us point fingers at one another, and it's something that we can see ourselves, but no, but none of us want to take action about it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that other countries are not going to have their bad parts, their violence and things like that, but I mean, compared to the United States, come on. I was I was at the mall today, right? I was at the mall buying a couple things, and I was talking to these two girls, and they had asked me where I was from, and I told them I live in the United States, and I was, just having conversation with them, and they were like, oh yeah, we want to go to the United States, but we feel like it's so dangerous, and we want to see so many different things in the United States, but everything's going on, you know, ICE raids and shootings and violence and whatnot, and again, it just reiterates not just my points, but everybody, other people's talking points too. Nobody wants to come to the United States anymore. Nobody wants to be in the US anymore because it's expensive, it's dangerous, and quite frankly, like I said, the United States is tearing itself apart from the inside. Mark my words, mark my words, I promise you a civil war is going to happen. And so now really is the time to prepare. I don't want that to happen. Obviously, I don't want war to happen. I don't want like a civil war to happen, but it's inevitable. All the pieces on the chessboard are lining up, excuse me, are lining up to where war is going to happen. It's going to be America tearing itself apart from the inside, and then it's going to be a bigger war, a World War III. Because, you got the country is just nobody trusts each other. The people don't trust the government. I mean, well, the few individuals don't trust the government, but it's not the majority. And people just want to constantly blindly follow, what they're being told and not question anything. It's a shame what happened, honestly, and I'm telling you, get your passports. If you want to have any semblance of an ability to live and not just exist in this world, you gotta get your passports, man. And you gotta leave. I'm not even joking. You gotta leave because things like this are only going to increase. Prices are going to increase, violence is going to increase, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen, really. So it really just goes to show you the damage that has been done in this country. The damage has been done. They have successfully, the elites, the damage has been done. The elites have successfully turned us against each other. You think about it, there's a gender war, men hate women, women hate men. There's a race war. You got blacks against whites and Asians against blacks and whites against Mexicans, everything, right? You got race wars, you got gender wars. As soon as, I mean, it's already war on religion. People that's been happening since the beginning of time, right? This isn't going to stop. This isn't going to stop. So you have to prepare yourself. You've got to, everything that I say, you have to, everything I say is about preparation for what's to come. Everything I say is for preparation of what's to come, and you have to continue to do your own research to be able to break free of all this, because it's not going to get any better. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to help you or giving you a handout. You got to get it on your own. It's the only way you can survive in this new world that's coming. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about thinking about leaving the country myself. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you like. See you guys in the next video.